Okay, who is it? It's gotta be Obama, right? I think that's exciting. I don't know. Who's behind the curtain?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
Trump's boy just arrived. Remember, they were just dapping up at President Carter's funeral. But once again, Michelle Obama is missing, guys. This is a loud absence. This is a very loud absence. So let's not pretend that we don't have something going on here, because you can't keep saying that she's just away and that she's busy. These are these are events you have to be at. There's no I'm busy. You don't have a job, right? You guys, you don't have a job. There's no reason for Michelle Obama not to be here and also not to be at President Carter's funeral. Again, a very loud absence.
Honorable Donald John Trump.
Yeah! Go for America! Let's go! This is why you can't bring me out. I can't go anywhere. Everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, go! We're so back! We're so back! Yeah! 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 Go! You go, baby! Yeah! Woo! Yes! Yes! Let's go, baby. Let's go! Not make America great, make the world great again. We're coming for you, Keir Starmer. We're coming for you, Zelensky. We're coming for you. Coming for the entire EU, Brussels. We know what's going on there. We're coming for you, too. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, people. Woo! Woo! Go! Yes! Woo! USA! USA! USA!
America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly, we will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It is done. We are done. We're back. There he is. Number 45 and number 47, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Trump. Hair looking fantastic. Lost weight. He's like, I'm so back. We're so back. This is so back. Determined, again. Finally, a person who can walk upstairs without tripping and falling up to Air Force One. He can get up there all by himself. Let's go. Melania, my bestie. Yeah, her and I, we went to preschool together, and we just have kept in touch since. Me and Melania. I couldn't be there because I was pregnant, but she asked me to walk out with her. Yeah. She was between two hats. I told her to wear that one, and it looks fantastic. Melania. And of course, she's standing with her son, which I told her she could because I couldn't be there. So look at the collar on that. This is who I'm trying to be. If you guys want to know my fashion icon is, you're looking at her right there. Look at that, the bun, everything. I just want to be her. I just want to be her friend so bad.
Joseph Robinette Biden.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Kamala Devi Harris.
You're fired.
Alejandro Mayorkas.
You're fired. Get out.
Anthony Blinken.
You're fired.
Merrick Garland.
You're fired. Get out.
Lloyd Austin.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Richard Levine.
You're fired. Get the hell out of here.
Pete Buttigieg.
You're fired. Get out.
Barack Obama.
You're fired. Get out of here. You're fired.
I want to take this time out to say farewell to Biden and the Democratic administration. Y'all have done so much of nothing for us, and we appreciate you for it, because now we know what's best for us. So I want to say happy eviction day, Joe Biden and Kamala, because we have finally been unburdened by what has been. Won't it do it?
Congratulations, President Trump. Sarah and I send our warmest wishes to you, Melania, and the American people on your second inauguration as President of the United States. Your first term as President was filled with groundbreaking moments in the history of the great alliance between our two countries. You withdrew from the dangerous Iran nuclear deal. You recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. You moved the American embassy to Jerusalem, and you recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You also brokered the historic Abraham Accords, in which Israel made peace with 4 Arab countries. I believe that working together again, we will raise the U.S.-Israel alliance to even greater heights. I'm confident that we will complete the defeat of Iran's terror axis and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity for our region. On behalf of the people of Israel, I also want to thank you for your efforts in helping free Israeli hostages. I look forward to working with you to return the remaining hostages, to destroy Hamas's military capabilities and end its political rule in Gaza, and to ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. You are not allowed anything other than yourself, essentially, into this building. We're told no bags, you got to empty your pockets. So look what's happening. People are leaving their purses, emptying them, taking their cash out, taking whatever they can with them, but then leaving stuff on the ground. Brooks, come on over here. This is a Louis Vuitton purse over here. People are leaving book bags. I found some Lululemon book bags over here as well, and handbags, because again, you're not allowed anything you're not allowed to bring anything in Capital One Arena. Huge crowds. But what's even more incredible, Brooks, let's show the floor one more time. People are leaving everything, hand warmers, food, candy, gloves, hats. And look at this here. I'm not going to touch it, but a Louis Vuitton bag on the ground. People want to come into this Capital One Arena event, and they're willing to do anything to get in, including leaving behind their expensive bags.
President Trump, did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. Wait. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh.
What's in there?
Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found it. Wow. Thank you.
Can you say on the outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read it.
Well, maybe I'll read it first and then make that determination.
That sounds great.
Peter, thank you very much. I may not have seen this for months.
Happy to help with the passing of the torch.
I did. I left him one in the desk just like this.
So with today being the official inauguration day, there's a question I just have to ask people on the left who still somehow support Biden. How does it feel knowing that President Trump accomplished more before he even became president than Joe Biden did for an entire 4 years? Not only did Biden not accomplish anything, no, it's worse than that. He screwed everything up that Trump had created. On Trump's day, with the highest amount of illegal immigration, it still did not touch the lowest amount in a single day from Joe Biden. Congratulations. You let people break our laws, make a mockery of our borders, and then as a result, innocent Americans lost their lives. Congratulations. Don't forget the 13 service members that your abysmal pullout in Afghanistan got killed, and then you didn't even have the decency to remember that they existed during a debate when you said that never happened. How disgusting of a president could you be? You couldn't get a ceasefire in Israel and Gaza. You You literally flip-flopped so greatly when it came to TikTok, right? You signed the executive order and then said, well, I'll leave it up to Trump. So for you to sit here and act like Joe Biden was anything other than an abysmal failure, you are lying to yourself, and that's called cognitive dissonance. You should really get that checked. We could talk about the record level inflation that we saw. We could talk about the fact that gas prices skyrocketed after you closed down the Keystone pipeline, taking jobs away from Americans, in which you replied, well, they could always learn to code, but then you signed a pipeline for Russia, right? So let's make sure that Russia, one of our biggest enemies, is self-sustaining and that they have jobs and money and oil, but now we have to be reliant on them on top of that. This presidency was an absolute joke. It's disgusting to anybody who supports that sorry piece of work. He lied to your face and got away with it, and for you to not be angry about that, I'm sorry, but you really should do some self-reflection. I'll put it nicely.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Today's Dr. Martin Luther King Day, right? I didn't hear President Biden say anything about that. I didn't even hear Kamala Harris, who's black, say anything about it either. But y'all want to sit there and fucking hate on President Trump, who acknowledged what today really is. So why else, and called it an honor to be inaugurated on this day. So why y'all sit there and keep talking shit, just know like you're in your own little fucking world. Because the millions of people who voted for Donald Trump, listen, I personally don't give a fuck if you unfollow me. Y'all ain't putting no money in my pocket. Y'all ain't doing shit for me. So I personally, now I'm glad as fuck I can speak about this. I am a full fucking patriot and a full supporter of Donald J. Trump. God damn, I'm happy America is going in this direction. We need a better America. We need a stronger America. We need to start putting the American people first and say, fuck all these wars, they ain't got nothing to do with us. Fuck all these countries that don't want to support what we got going on. Because at the end of the day, all that fucking matters is
Donald Trump, president. I don't talk politics, so I'm not finna discuss politics. But Donald Trump cannot catch a break. He just can't win for losing. Now, everybody's in an uproar about Snoop Dogg and Nelly and them performing at President Donald Trump inauguration. But had Trump not invited nobody black to perform at his inauguration, then it would have been an uproar like, oh, see how he care about black people? He didn't invite nobody black to perform. But now somebody black, he invited them and they performing. Now y'all mad because they performing for him. I'm confused. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. When you become perfect, then you can talk about your president and judge your president. Until then, Donald Trump is who God has selected and who America has selected to be our president right now. And that's just what it is, and can't nobody do anything about it. All that we can do is pray and trust God that God will lead him into making the correct decisions that is in the favor of our country. That's all that we can do. Y'all leave in the comments. Let me see how y'all feel. Peace out.
It is not over for Kamala. And all of you celebrating a Trump victory before the votes are even fully counted, may I remind you that a lot can change at the last minute. And even if we do fail to win the presidency for Kamala, after all the work I've done for white dudes for Kamala, over the last few months, we will return in 2028. Kamala 2028 will be the greatest political comeback the world has ever seen. Not just America, but the world. And I firmly believe that Kamala is still the best person in the whole of the United States to be the president of this country. And if we band together now, if we pull back some of those white dudes who went for Trump this time, by growing the White Dudes for Harris campaign, we can make a permanent change. We can put the MAGA crowd away once and for all. And I'm dispirited. I am dispirited by what has happened, but we can't just give up. We can't just stop now. It's so close. It was so close. There's just so much hate in this country. So much hate and misinformation from Elon. And we've got to fight back. We've got to fight back. Kamala 2028. We're coming back.
Now we've got somebody over here. There's some kind of a protest going on here. Somebody's lighting a flag on fire.
Oh, no. Okay.
And things are getting a little out of hand here at the moment. Not exactly sure what's going on.
All right. Yeah.
Derek's trying to get in. Yeah, somebody's burning a flag here. And now there's some protesting.
Can you hear what they're chanting, Paul?
All right, so we got people cheering USA, USA, but somebody apparently lit a flag on fire right here. You can see it on the ground here. We're at 7th and H. And then the police started to move in, but now we've got people surrounding the flag as it's burning. So still just trying to figure out what's going on here. But
All right, you're watching this live.
And for people saying that Trump didn't put his hand on the Bible, this is the same man that just had a revival at Mar-a-Lago. He just signed in an executive order making it legal to pray in school. They preached the name of Jesus at his inauguration. He said that God saved him to make America great again, and the list goes on. All I know is one thing. The Bible tells me to judge by the fruit. How many presidents did you see that put their hand on the Bible, and a lot of the stuff that they did goes against everything that the Bible talks about? I ain't gonna say no names and nothing in specifics, but you catch my drift. Nobody is perfect and we all got flaws, but nobody can throw stones if they are not sin free themselves. That's one thing I don't get. When it comes down to certain people, they want to hold them to impossible standards, and if they make one simple mistake, then they just judge them like there's no hope for them or something. I mean, I just don't get it. The man is taking actions that shows that he is doing stuff that supports what the Bible says, but then he just forgets to put his hand on the Bible, and now people want to persecute him. Just like, imagine if you did something in your personal life and people persecute you for it and say you don't believe in the Lord or follow him.
So watching this inauguration, I had to pause at this scene. It's J.D. Vance, it's not even the president, right? But I watched it several times. Look at how Usha Vance looks at her husband. Look at the love in her eyes, the respect, the admiration. Now, did you catch what she held in her hands? Not only their daughter, but the Bible that he held his hand on. Now check out the angle of this guy's bald spot versus the Bible, right? So you can't quite see the Bible in some of the shots. But she's holding a lot, and she's still focused on him with that look. Now later in this shot, after she sets their daughter down, she can hold the Bible a bit higher. The imagery here is awesome. She's still holding the Bible and her family while being with her husband, and it's phenomenal. Now this says a lot about her, but also about him. Now he's led a life worth receiving this look from his wife. If you haven't watched Hillbilly Elegy, go watch that on Netflix now. Now talk about a guy who overcame struggles, right? And she found him in the midst of those struggles and stayed with him despite it. So guys, here's my advice. Live a life of honor that leads to a woman looking at you that way. And ladies, find a man worthy of receiving your honor. Now also, his daughter just beat Barron out for the cutest kid at inauguration. Sorry, Barron. And I love the little band-aids on the fingers. I'm an ER doc. I see parents entertaining their kids with these every single day, and I love it.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
They tried to take his life 2 times, 34 felonies, 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, an FBI raid, arrest, so much more. He did not stop fighting. He is a hero, and today Donald Trump is the 47th President of the United States of America. We are so back.
Alexa, who's the President of the United States?
The United States President is Donald Trump.
Jimmy Failey here with a farewell message to Joe Biden. I'd like to focus on the positive. The good news is your final day in office is a half day, which is pretty much how long you worked every other day you were in office. And I know people are giving you a hard time about your poll numbers, but let's look at the positives, okay? Vandalism is down 83% because nobody can afford to egg your house when eggs are $12 a carton. You did that, Mr. President. The prices got so high. People stopped throwing eggs after my comedy routines. That's not a bad thing. And we had a lot of laughs along the way. And yeah, I don't think we'll ever order a president by mail again, but I'm sure Jill had a nice time running the country. Best of luck wherever you're going next. My guess is Delaware, because that's pretty much the only place you've been the past 4 years. Build another sandcastle for me.